These are solutions to Mel Hom's Math 225 Exam 5. Number 1, sine of alpha is 12/13. Alpha is in quadrant 2. Sine squared alpha plus cosine squared alpha equals 1. 12/13 squared plus cosine squared alpha is 1. 144 over 169 plus cosine squared alpha equals 1, which is 169 over 169. Subtract 144 over 169. Cosine squared alpha is 25 over 169. Cosine alpha is negative 5/13. Negative because we're in quadrant 2. Then we're told cosine of beta is negative 3/5, and we're in quadrant 3. Sine squared beta plus negative 3/5 squared is 1. This is 9 over 25. 1 is 25 over 25. Subtract 9 over 25. Sine squared beta is 16 over 25. Square root properties, sine of beta is negative 4/5. Again, negative because we're in quadrant 3. Then sine of alpha plus beta. Formula is sine alpha cosine beta plus cosine alpha sine beta. Sine alpha was 12 over 13. Cosine beta was negative 3/5. Cosine of alpha was negative 5/13. Sine of beta was 4/5. You get all of these back up here if you look at the right spot for all of these. And it comes out to be negative 16 over 65. Number 2, cosine of theta is 24 over 25. We're in quadrant 1. Sine squared theta plus 24 over 25 squared equals 1. This is 576 over 625. 1 is 625 over 625. Subtract. Sine squared theta is 49 over 625. Sine of theta is 7 over 25, positive because we're in quadrant 1. Sine of 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta cosine theta. So 2 times 7 over 25 times 24 over 25 comes out to be 336 over 625. Number 3, tangent of A is negative 4. Tangent of 2A is 2 tan A over 1 minus tangent squared of A. 2 times negative 4 over 1 minus negative 4 squared. Negative 8 over 1 minus 16 is negative 15, 8/15. Number 4, cosine 70 degrees, cosine 20 degrees is 1/2 cosine 70 minus 20 degrees plus cosine 70 plus 20 degrees. So that's 1/2 cosine 50 degrees plus cosine of 90 degrees. Cosine of 90 degrees is 0. Final answer, 1/2 cosine 50 degrees. Number 5, sine pi over 5 minus sine of 3 pi over 10. 2 cosine pi over 5 plus 3 pi over 10 over 2. Sine of pi over 5 minus 3 pi over 10 over 2. So 2, there's supposed to be a cosine here. This is 2 pi over 10 plus 3 pi over 10. It's 5 pi over 10. That's pi over 2 divided by 2. 2 pi over 10 minus 3 pi over 10 is negative pi over 10 divided by 2. Half of pi over 2 is pi over 4. Half of negative pi over 10 is negative pi over 20. Cosine of pi over 4 is radical 2 over 2. Sine is an odd function, meaning the sine of negative pi over 20 is negative the sine of pi over 20. Cancel here. Negative radical 2 sine of pi over 20. Number 6, factor cosine x times 2 cosine x plus 1 equals 0, which means either this is 0 or this is 0. A little bit of algebra. Cosine of x is negative 1/2. X coordinate is 0 is here and here. That's pi over 2 plus a multiple of pi, so pi over 2 plus k pi. Or x coordinate is negative 1/2, that's here and here. That's 2 pi over 3 plus 2k pi, or 4 pi over 3 plus 2k pi. So this one, and this one, where k is an integer. Number 7, cosine of inverse sine of 4/7. Find cosine of theta. Call that theta. Theta is inverse sine of 4/7, which means sine of theta is 4/7. Draw myself a triangle. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Call that x. X squared plus 4 squared is 7 squared. X squared plus 16 is 49. Subtract 16. X squared is 33, so x is radical 33. Okay, cosine of theta, adjacent over hypotenuse, radical 33 over 7. Number 8, we have 10 here, 30 degrees, 60 degrees. Sine of 60 degrees over 10 equals sine of 30 degrees over x. Cross multiply x sine of 60 equals 10 sine of 30 divided by 60 degrees. X is 10 times sine of 30 is 1/2. Sine of 60 is radical 3 over 2. Comes out to be 10 over radical 3, roughly 5.77 feet. Cosine of 30 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse, 10 over 9. So y is equal to 10 over cosine of 30 degrees, roughly 11.55 feet for A, B. Number 9, you're given 60 and 45. Automatically, that makes this 75. Sine of 60 degrees over 12 equals sine of 45 degrees over little b equals sine of 75 degrees divided by little c. Cross multiply right here. B sine of 60 equals 12 sine of 45 degrees divided by sine of 60. B is 9.80 centimeters. And then if I cross multiply here, C sine of 60 degrees equals 12 sine of 75 degrees. So that's what I have here. Divide by sine of 60 degrees. C is about 13.38 centimeters. Okay, so 13.38 centimeters, 9.8 centimeters, 75 degrees. Okay, number 10, 7, 8, and 9. I call them A, B, and C respectively. Aim for the largest angle first. So that'll be C. So C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of C. Plug in. 81 equals 49 plus 64 minus 2 times 7 times 8 cosine of C. Subtract 49, subtract 64, divide by negative 2 times 7 times 8. Comes out to be about 0.28. That's the cosine of C. Do inverse cosine C is 73 degrees. Okay, then I can do the law of sines. Aim for the smallest angle. Sine of A divided by 7 equals sine of 70 degrees over 9. Multiplied by 7. Sine of A is 7 sine 73 degrees divided by 9, which is 0.74. Inverse sine A is 48 degrees. I don't have to check a second quadrant angle. I already know this is the smallest angle. And then B is 59 degrees because we know the sum of the three angles has to be 180. So A is 48 degrees, B is 59 degrees, and C is 73 degrees. All right, so these are the answers to exam 5 from Mel Hom's Math 225.